It is a great day to talk about making some Christmas treats and desserts. Some of these freeze really well, and some of these you can make ahead of time. So let's get started, and I will give you some great recipes today. Pull up a chair and grab a pen and paper. This first recipe is in my 50 Frugal Recipes When Cooking on a Budget cookbook on Amazon. The links are in the description box below. This is something that my mother made. I make, my kids still make. It's absolutely delicious. And if it starts to get a little hard in the day or two after you've made it, just pop a piece in the microwave for about 10 seconds and it is super fresh again. Did anyone else's mother call cornflakes post toasties? Today we are making a recipe that used to be on the side of the post toasty box. You take a quarter of a cup of sugar, a half of a cup of corn syrup, and you cook it until it is just boiling. And then you add a half of a cup of peanut butter. Once that sugar and corn syrup mixture is boiling, we're going to shut that off and add our peanut butter. And then we're going to get those post toasties added in. And this is kind of like Rice Krispie treats, so you have to move kind of quickly. So then I add in my 4 cups of post toasties or cornflakes. And then we're going to press this in a pan. And just another trick, if you lightly butter the tops of your fingers, you can press it down in the pan without it sticking to you. And there you have it. Cut it in squares and enjoy. This next recipe is something that my middle daughter came home with. It's super easy, it's super addictive, and it is so yummy to snack on your dessert table. Here is a 2-ingredient Christmas treat for you. Just use the puffcorn and melt your almond bark in the microwave and then mix it together and dry it on a wax paper just like you would pretzels and almond bark. And trust me, you'll be coming back for more. I did not name this one. Fudge became popular as a Christmas candy around the 1880s. And if you were like me, you used the no-fail fudge recipe on the back of the marshmallow cream jar. That one has always turned out well. It requires no candy thermometers, and you just have to make sure that you pay attention where you're at in the recipe and not get distracted, and it will come out right every single time. So this next clip, I'm not only going to show you how to make the fantasy fudge, we're going to make it in peanut butter. And this is my favorite fudge. Yes, it is even better than chocolate. You need about a 4-quart microwave dish and a stick and a half of butter, and then melt that for about 1 minute. Then add 2/3 of a cup of evaporated milk and 3 cups of sugar and stir. I prefer to use a wooden spoon to mix all the ingredients together. And then we're going to pop this in the microwave and we're going to cook it for 5 minutes on high, but we're going to stop it halfway through and stir again once it's began to boil. In the meantime, you're going to want to butter a 13-by-9 pan or whatever you want to put the fudge into. I'm going to make peanut butter fudge today with Reese's chips. You're also going to need a container of marshmallow cream, and then we're also going to need a little bit of vanilla right at the end. So our 3 minutes have ended, and we're going to stir this really well. The bowl is really hot, so be careful. And then as soon as you've stirred it really well, we're going to put it back in there for another 2 minutes. So our 2 minutes have ended. We're going to stir it again. And this is why I was saying you have to kind of concentrate. If you get interrupted in this process, you can mess it up. But it's really easy as long as you concentrate. Now we're going to cook it for another 5.5 minutes, and we're going to stir it again halfway through at 3 minutes. Okay, so we've cooked it the 3 minutes. We're going to stir it one more time really, really well. And then we're going to cook it for 2.5 more minutes. You really need a hearty microwave bowl because this gets really, really hot. Once this is finished cooking, we're going to quickly add our chips and let them melt into that, and add our container of marshmallow cream and a teaspoon of vanilla and spread it in a buttered pan quickly. And there you have it. Fantasy fudge peanut butter style, and just let it cool and then cut. And you can also freeze this. It freezes really well. I hope you enjoyed 3 of my favorite Christmas treats that are pretty easy to make and make your dessert table so attractive. And I hope you will join me again tomorrow for more Vlogmas content, Christmas content, holiday content, frugal tips, recipes, memories, all through December 24th. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you'll give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video.